everyone, and welcome to the first Bookish Book Hype. Now, since this is the first video like it on my channel, I just wanted to take a quick minute to go over what the book hypes are and how they're going to work. Book hypes are exactly that. They're going to be videos that I make about books that I'm super excited for. I want to share with you my excitement and also get some of yours too. I want to see what you guys are looking forward to with this book, why you're looking forward to it, what kind of things that you've noticed with the information that we already have on it that maybe I haven't yet. It's just a way for us book and romance lovers to really share our excitement for the books that are coming out and the authors that we love. Now, one thing that I will say is you'll never have a book hype from me that is for a book that's more than a year away. And the reason for this is I'm one of those type of people where when I do something like this, I sit down to do a blog review or a blog post or a video, I'm going to put my all into it. I do a lot of research, I take a lot of time. So if I do a book hype, I've looked up a lot of stuff. I've thought about a lot of things. And that's just going to amp me up to a point where if it's a year away, I'll drive myself insane. I will just start looking at the internet all day long, every single day, trying to find out more information for it until the book comes out. And I really don't want to drive myself insane. So you won't have a book that is on my book hypes that's more than a year away. The other thing is if there isn't a lot of information on the book. So for example, if we only have the cover and we only have the title, I really can't do a book hype. It's really not possible. I at least need the blurb on the back of the book, and it would be better if there's an excerpt out or a chapter out, so that way we have a little bit more of a feel before we can start getting excited about the characters and what's to come. There are going to be links in every video down below it that I highly encourage you guys to go to and see what's on those websites. And the reason is that's going to be where I got my information from. So again, if the first chapter's out, it's probably going to be a link to the author's website, sometimes the publisher. If there's an excerpt out about it that the author has authorized to be out, that'll be in the links below. The cover will be on the video, but I'll also have a link to that as well, so that way you can see it just in case you're not getting the video well enough on whatever device you're on. And the reason for that is I'm never gonna sit down and actually just read these things. That would take too long. I'm not good at reading from the book and giving all the voices and doing all the fun stuff. I'm not good at that. And I also don't want to spoil things. So I want you to go and read those things. I want you to experience it for yourself and then come back to the video. In the video, I'm going to try my hardest not to spoil anything. I'll vaguely mention things that I see in the chapter or the excerpt, and of course I'm going to talk about a bit of what's on the blurb on the back of the book, but I want you to understand what I'm talking about when I vaguely mention it, and I want you to experience it for yourself as well. So go ahead and visit those links down below if you haven't already, and then you can come back to the video. And with all the videos for book hypes, before you start it, go ahead and visit those links first. Now, with all that said, I'm so excited for our first book that we're looking at for book hype, which is Vengeance Road by Christine Feehan. I simply can't wait for this book. I first started getting excited about this book a little bit too soon for me. It's the second book in her newest series, the Torpedo Ink series. The first one was Judgment Road. And I'm gonna be honest, in Judgment Road, there were some scenes that didn't sit well with me. And it is okay because by the end of the book, I still loved the characters. Torpedo Ink is, in my opinion, the grittiest series from Christine Feehan yet. And Christine, I wouldn't really put her in line with gritty romances. I would say that a lot of her characters have really harsh pasts, but the things that we actually see them doing have never been hard or too gritty to me. But in Judgment Road, there were some scenes, again, that sat with me not too well. If you follow my blog, you can go ahead and go see that review and understand a little bit more of what I'm saying. If you read the book and you had the same feelings, then I'm sure you know what scenes I'm referring to. But Christine is such a masterful writer that even with those scenes, even with the stuff that was happening with the heroine and the hero, I wound up still in love with the hero by the end of it. I was still in love with a lot of the characters by the end of it. We didn't get to learn a whole lot about some of the characters, but it was still fantastic. So, when an author can do that with a book, it makes me even more excited for the next one. And that has happened with Vengeance Road. I can't wait to see what's going on here. Now, another really cool thing about this series is, even with Judgment Road, that wasn't the first time we had met the characters. We got introduced to the characters in a different series from Christine Feehan, which was the Sea Haven series. We meet the MC members in Bound Together, which was, Blythe, I think is how you pronounce her name. One FYI about me, I really suck at pronouncing names. I will butcher them. I guarantee I will butcher so many names when it comes to these things. So I apologize to you guys for that in advance. But I'm pretty sure you pronounced the heroine's name Blythe in Bound Together. It was Blythe in Victor's book. Now, if you've read Judgment Road, but you didn't read Bound Together, you're probably going, who the heck is Victor? Victor is actually Caesar. In Judgment Road, I'm pretty sure that their real names was mentioned once at the beginning of the book, but then from there on, I'm pretty sure we just see their MC names, and I could be wrong about that. But my memory is telling me it was just the MC names. So yeah, Victor is Caesar. That was their book, and that was the first time we got to meet them. But we didn't really get to know the other members in that book very well, and even in Judgment Road, we didn't get to know Steele very well. At least not to me. To me, Steele is still just a very big mystery, and I can't wait to unravel it because Vengeance Road is his book. Vengeance Road is about him and Breezy. And one of the things that's making it an even bigger mystery to me is actually the cover of Vengeance Road. And one of the reasons why the cover's doing this with me is because in Judgment Road, when it was coming out, Christine posted on her social medias that the cover had more meaning than just being a nice sexy man on a motorcycle. There were tattoos and symbols that had meaning in them. And that means it's not a stretch to think that the same thing is happening in Vengeance Road. Now, if you look at the cover for Vengeance Road, you'll see that on his arm that is outstretched and holding the handlebars of the motorcycle, there's a tattoo of a crow, I think. I'm really bad at bird identification, but I'm pretty sure it's a crow. And if that's the case, then I can't wait to figure out what the heck is going on with that. And mainly that's because the symbol for Torpedo Ink itself, for the MC itself, has a heck of a lot of meaning in it. And there's birds in it. And every little piece of that picture for their symbol has meaning, including the birds. And the birds' meaning is very touching and very sad. It just has so much emotion packed into it. So for Steele, why do you have just one bird? Why is the bird so prominent to you, and why is it on that position of your arm? That's a very seeable position. It's not like it's on the outside of your arm. It's not on your shoulder. It's not on your back. It's in a place that every time you go to eat food, you're going to see it. Every time you go to ride your motorcycle and you're wearing the same thing you're wearing now, you're going to see it. So what's going on with that? Oh, I can't wait to see what's going on there. What happened with his past that specifically that caused him to want that tattoo? If you read Judgment Road, you know that all the tattoos for the members have meaning, at least so far. And I guarantee that if that tattoo is actually on that position in this book, there's going to be deep meaning behind it. At least I certainly hope so. Now, if you look just above that bird tattoo, it looks like there's another tattoo. I could be really wrong, though. That could be smoke and shadows. It's hard for me to tell. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a tattoo. It kind of looks like it to me, but I could be wrong. Now, there is definitely another tattoo on him on his other arm, the one that's kind of leaning on his leg. And that's of it looks like half a skull that's smiling. And I can't wait to figure out what the heck is going on with that, too. Now, in an MC, of course, that could have a lot of meanings, but I want to know what it is for Steele. I want to see what exactly was his reason for putting that there. The other thing to note is that he is in a short sleeve shirt, so I kind of have this feeling that these are being shown to us for reasons, just like in Judgment Road. Beyond the mystery that is Steele and the cover that we have for him, we also have our heroine, which is Breezy. And Breezy, from the blurb on the back of the book and the excerpt that we have that's featured on Happily Ever After's website, is amazing. I love this heroine already, and I haven't read the book. Breezy seems like she comes from something very similar to what Steele is living now. And she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it one bit. She wants out of it. She wants a better life for herself, and we all know that that's not going to work out too well. At least she's not going to be getting in out of that kind of a rough and tumble life. Anyways, she also seems like she's reaching out, and in fact, that really seems like what's happening. And when she goes into the situation that we see in the excerpt, a very interesting reaction happens. Now, yes, she's from a rough and tumble world, and she's been in it for a very long time. But she doesn't so far strike me as the type of heroine that's going to jump down from a building behind you and start kicking your ass. Nor do I think she's going to whip out a gun and have deadly accuracy, at least not with what we've seen from her so far. However, she's no weakling either. She is extremely brave. And oh my god, I can't wait to figure out what the heck she brought with her when she went to their place. Now, one scene from Judgment Road that I want to call your guys' attention and memory to was when Anya, I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name. Yeah, when Anya walks in on Reaper and sees something that royally pisses her off. And she goes to kind of run away from the situation. They whistle, if you remember correctly. And that whistle has meaning. It would seem it's a global on alert meaning. I think you can comment down below and let me know what you think exactly that whistle is supposed to mean, but it obviously alerts the other MC members. And the ending for what happens with Anya in that moment is very different from Breezy. When Breezy sees Steele in that excerpt, what did you guys think? Because I loved it. I loved what happened, and this part's probably going to be a little bit of a spoiler, and I do apologize for that if you haven't read the excerpt, which you really should. But she's winning, and I love it. I love that she won that. Oh, gosh, that just makes me want this book even more. I can't wait to see what the other members of the MC are going to do after this one short little scene that we got. I can't wait to see how Steele is going to react. Is it going to be a thing of, come on guys, we got to get on the bikes and we got to go right now and remedy the situation? Is it going to be a thing of, okay, hang on, what the hell is going on? Get in the clubhouse, we need to have a talk. Or is it going to be a thing of Steele losing his mind and going after her? I don't know enough about him yet to understand what he's going to do and how he's going to react after this one scene. And further than that, what is Breezy going to do? You went there for a reason. I don't know what the heck you had with you, but I can't wait to find out, and you obviously had it for a reason. So why'd you react like that? And what's your game plan now? If you went there for a reason and now you've done what you've done, are you just gonna run and keep on running? I mean, you can't run forever. So what happens when you get caught? What happens when the running comes to an end? What is your game plan with that? How are you going to react when Steele does see you again, when you are face to face with him again after this scene? Oh, I cannot wait to see what happens. I absolutely cannot wait to see what happens. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, what you felt when you read that excerpt, and what you thought of Breezy winning. I adore it when the heroine, especially in that kind of a situation, wins. I just adored it. Anyways, you guys, I think that's going to be it for the first book hype. If you haven't already pre-ordered Vengeance Road, please go ahead and do so. I do have some links to Amazon and Barnes and Nobles where you guys can pre-order the book. It really helps the authors out. So if you're excited for it, if you want to read it and you know you're going to, go ahead and throw a pre-order in so that way we can help Christine and her sales a bit more as well. Anyways, I think that's going to do it. I hope you all are having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are on the globe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!